city nights and satellites. When I'm on the losing side, carry me home all through the night. I need your love, I need your light, like city nights and satellites. When I'm on the losing side, carry me home all through the night.
Jack it up. Jack it up.
Hello everyone and welcome to the continuation and finale of LHYNX Division. Tonight we are going to be in for a treat on this, for me, stormy night on Easter. Quite the treat and something we have been waiting a very long time for. the finals of the largest bracket that we have to offer in Season 1 for the Valorant bracket. I am your shoutcaster tonight, your co-owner or just owner now, and commissioner of the League Mahedrian, along with two of my dear friends, Darius, captain of Team Play-A-Mob in Valorant, and the Kim, the K-pop star in session. Guys, alright, how are you doing today? Alright, we'll start with Darius. How are you doing today, Darius?
I'm doing pretty swell. I'm actually really, really excited about this match. Can't wait to see what comes out of both teams.
Absolutely. Kim, how about yourself?
I'm ready to pretending like knowing well about Valorant because I'm an actor, but like I'm not actually knowing that well about Valorant, but it's okay. I'm acting well, so don't worry about this.
In for comedic effect. So, this will be our second to last match of this season as we progress. Somebody's toast is ready, by the way. As we progress into our last stages of this season. 7 months in the making, and we are finally very close to approaching the end. This is a game that a lot of people have been waiting for. The only bracket, by the way, where a team did not start in the semifinals or in the finals. So we did have quarterfinals for this. I think both of those teams have been eliminated. Darius is my witness. And
Wow.
we got we got the top two teams. Actually, in all the finals games so far, we've had the top two teams. So we had CS:GO previously before this match, Delamore and Void facing off. Delamore actually took that upset win against Void, and they will now have the first LDGL champion title for Season 1 going on into the seasons ahead. So, again, we do have Valorant tonight. Looks like we'll be starting on Ascent. I do also want to recognize something that did happen last week. So, as some of you may know, we are unfortunately not going to be able to finish the Rocket League bracket this season. As a result, Void did win their game against Misfits, and that was the first time that they had beaten that team. I believe that final was 4-1, if I am correct. Unfortunately, we did have a passing away in the community. Our beloved Drazzard, an inspiration to many and a huge player in this community, did unfortunately pass away. I think it was last Sunday. So we express our regards to his family and hope that they have an easy time dealing with that. So, as a result, we will not be finishing the Rocket League bracket. We'll be saving it for next season. It was going to be Void versus Hades in that match, and it was an anticipated match, but some things are unfortunate. So, moving on from that, we are going to be playing Valorant tonight. And I think we are still working on getting everybody ready. Start button actually just appeared for me, so that's already a great start. But Darius, I would like to talk to you. What do you have expectation-wise this game?
Well, expectation-wise, I know it's going to be a little bit different for Imperium. I'm noticing that Darth isn't the team captain for Imperium. He is currently not in the queue.
Yeah.
I think he may be able to sub in next game if that happens. I just know it's real life. Stuff comes up, right? But it's going to be interesting how they play off of each other. I know that Jacoby, he is a really good IGL. They do all IGL together, but Jacoby, he's the strats, he's the mind power. So we're going to see some amazing plays by Jacoby. And then we go off to Void. Void, they were doing great in the very first season, and then they kind of faltered a little bit, but then they came right back. So it's going to be really exciting to see how and what they took from all of those matches to play against Imperium, because they did lose against Imperium twice. So this is going to be very interesting to see how they're able to counter. Oh, it looks like we're finally entering the match. Scent just popped up for me.
A Void with actually several fluctuations throughout the season, I believe.
They have, yeah.
They've gone 1-1 quite a few times. I know Hades was one of them. Quite an underdog team, and by the way, the only team to beat Imperium. But like you said, Darius, Darth, their captain of Imperium, is out tonight. We don't know if he'll be able to return, but we have Ember subbing in for him. So it's a little bit of a strike already to Imperium before we start this match, but
Yeah.
not anything they can't handle. And I'm pretty sure they would have rather actually started a 4v5.
They would.
than- yeah. So
They're the same as us. All right, so let's look at some of the picks we got going here. So nobody's locked in yet, but we're looking at, oh, awesome. Sleepy was going over KJ there. KJ, in my personal opinion, is huge on Ascent. So they both got Sovas, that's good. Looks like they're going some Jets. We got some Smokes, some good Omens, it looks like. Romsky, he is a nutty Omen. And Parafoxy is, of course, on Jet. All right. You know, I don't know what I feel about with Chamber. Chamber can be crucial with his traps, with setting up, making sure that they're having mid control. Nobody's going in for the flanks.
I agree with you there on that pick.
Hopefully we can see some stuff in here and attacking.
Right.
But all right. So both Sages, that's a little interesting as well. All right. Let's see how everybody sets up. So looks like there's going to be a push at B. For buys, it looks like some sheriffs, ghosts, and a frenzy.
So I do want to go back to what you were saying about the chamber. I found the chamber is actually really helpful in mid, trying to get those picks off, but with Imperium attacking first, it's a little bit of a questionable play because it's always under the assumption, assuming this doesn't go to overtime, Imperium will spend more time attacking this game than they will defending, and Chamber's much stronger on defense for this map.
First round started. It looks like we got both Jets about to peek each other. Oh. It looks like Wave did dink Parafoxy just a little bit.
Romsky and Spatsy both getting picks in mid.
Huge mid control is so crucial in Ascent. And immediately it's down.
Defeated.
Ooh, 3-1. Okay, let's see. See what Jacoby has.
Found them. No more.
Great pick by Jacoby. Oh, he saw Oreo.
Enemy remaining.
Oh my
Wow.
god, 1 by 1. 1-1. He knows she's there.
Parafoxy with the AFK joke in chat.
CP is dinked. They're both dinked around the same mark. Let's see what happens here. He hears Sleepy. He knows. He's going to be setting up for a stairs push.
Planted.
Might be timing on here.
Wow.
And Jacoby! A 4v1!
Already
Wins
starting out
round
strong.
1!
Absolutely.
Wow! I told you, Jacoby, he is nutty.
You know, I was absolutely gonna say, like, does he have the clutch gene going in, and you know, with a frenzy?
That was a great pick on him, and the fact that they were able to push him that close helped him with that frenzy choice.
Absolutely. And,
But again, really shows that mid control is crucial.
Frenzy not being a super common pick either, and Jacoby didn't even have any problems with the recoil control that the Frenzy has, and just remembered to tap fire, and he hit all of his shots.
Wow, already rotating. Super fucking fast. Oh, saw Reyna. They don't see triple yet. Oreo goes down.
Spike down A.
Great trades coming in. 3 versus 3. Got Parafoxy.
Void in an awkward position with that smoke in heaven.
Absolutely.
Kobe hit him below, trying to
3
get these
versus 2.
2 picks.
One enemy remaining.
He'll get one.
Kobe almost gets it. Sleepy, 47. See if she can clutch it up. And Doge gets the pick on Sleepy. Round 2 to Imperium.
You think
Great
that
job on Void trying to keep that. It's just so hard for second pistol round if you lost first round because you know they're gonna buy.
Right.
But now they have guns. It looks like most of Imperium deciding not to bonus. By bonusing, you're saving your eco so you can buy for next. So if they do lose this round, it does set up Void for a little bit to come back. So let's see.
Bromsky in an unfortunate
Spike down.
position
Great
there.
pick. But gets traded by Gwabe. They know Parafoxy's up there. They grab the spike.
Hit with the recon. Might be risky.
Holding into Sinatra.
Void very patient here in mid.
That is true. They did leave A open, though. And I think Sleepy's starting to realize that. Oh, great pick on Gwabe to Parafoxy. They're pushing it through tree right now. Oreo knows he's going to be setting up a recon. Trying to hold sight, but it looks like it's going to have to be a retake.
Spike planted.
Waiting until Sleepy gets up. Does Romsky know? Romsky? Do you know Jacoby's there? Oh! And Jacoby just gets Romsky.
A great teleport there by him.
That was a
Player
great
standing.
teleport. Sleepy, last one alive again.
I'll go right.
You ever heard of
below
the Sleepy clutch?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
well, I bet we're bound to see it this game.
I think it's a little easier to clutch with pistols than it is with full-on rifles. You got
Yeah.
less of a chance to miss your shots.
Tim, what have you been thinking about the past 3 rounds, huh?
Oh, finally, I got a chance to talk. Yay. I mean, who's Imperium? Like, you guys talk.
Imperium is attacking, so Imperium is the red team on the right, yeah.
And you guys said, like, that guy's already won 2 games against them. So
Yes. Imperium has already won twice against them.
Gwabe extremely aggressive on sight.
Extremely,
Look at the pick
but
on
they
Sleepy.
down.
One
Yep,
enemy
down
remaining.
Sleepy.
Wow.
Wow. Romsky, last one left alive. He's going for the gun.
All right,
Does
we
he have
know
enough
we
time?
know Rom has the clutch gene here. We've seen it before.
He's about to peek twice. Oh, he got 1 pick, but that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
A
Not
double
much you can do with
peek
it.
is
Yeah.
so difficult in those angles.
Right, not much you can do about that. Going on to round 5, Imperium up 4-0.
Great
After-
sight retake by Imperium there. I think Void for them, they need to. I love that they're trying to have a good mid control, but if they start 5-manning like that again, they need to just wall up. Don't let Jet peek. Hold that sight down, and then push through mid to do a retake and a flank. I think that would work really well with them.
I could be completely opinionated on this, but I really do think that 1v4 clutch at the very beginning of the game by Jacoby just kind of like
Romsky's
piloted
got
them.
you already through mid control. They're already pushing in through their own smoke. They don't know that Chamber is up sitting on top. He might get peeked by Reyna here, though. Wow. Great positioning. I love this position right now by Void. Absolutely
Wave an
amazing.
unfortunate peak though. Yeah, Void's really keeping them in the in that B spot before they're even
Yeah.
allowed to push on the site.
This is
and
great.
that-
This is what I wanted to see from mid control.
Right. And it's really hard to predict, especially with the way Imperium plays.
Who gets
what
picked
they're
off
gonna
by
do next.
Ember, though?
Ember
I
does
think-
get Spatsu.
Yep, Parafoxy is letting his team know, hey, they're coming B, they're coming B.
even trades. They're a little late on the push, though.
Oh, that was a great blind.
30
Wow!
seconds left.
Ember snapped onto Parafoxy. There goes the res. Romsky trying to hold.
Right here.
Oh, man. 3
Hims
versus
is
4.
in a very awkward position, even though the rest of his team has sight.
Jacoby, he's going to use his ults, trying to go for CT. Nobody is unfortunately in CT. He gets a pick on Romsky, though.
Sleepy through the wall on
Sleepy gets a
Doge.
pick. Yeah.
Void will try and
Oreo
collapse on
goes
his sight.
down. It was a great trade.
player standing.
Jacoby going fucking nuts.
Revealing
CP being held in 2 different positions. Chamber picks her off.
Right.
And round 5 goes to Imperium.
And Hims in that tunnel over there.
Kobe guy, like he already got 10 kills at like
I
5
told
rounds.
you, Jacoby
Yeah.
is nuts on Sova. You have to be so careful of his darts. He knows his shock darts. He knows his recon darts. He's getting intel for his site to push onto team, push onto the site. That's absolutely crucial. That he's playing Sova extremely well, extremely how it's supposed to be played. All right, looks like Oreo's going to be droning in, gonna see multiple. And then you got Spatsu. He's going in for a pick, it looks like. Gets sucked
Oh.
too! Oh, but gets peeked 3 times. Those are some great picks right there. But Oreo gets taken down by Chamber.
Romsky
See
not
what
afraid to
Romsky
peek
can
this.
do. Romsky going nuts.
And he
Oh
shouldn't
my
be.
god!
Spike down A.
Wait, last man alive.
Your fault.
That pick. Oh, Romsky.
What's this?
Both of them trying to smoke the same area.
Romsky!
Whoa, Romsky!
Boy, their first win. Let's get it. Okay, I can tell the energy's pumping up right now. Void is like, hell yeah, we got this. Let's keep it back up. They're already crouching and spawn. Hell yeah,
Right.
let's get this.
Void got a hell of a start that round,
Coming back.
especially 3 picks at the very beginning, and Spatsu doing work to hyper
Yeah.
peek that corner, getting 2 off the board.
Unfortunately, Void's eco is still extremely off right now because of that lead that Imperium has. So let's see what they can do. They have to win this round to be able to get great eco next. Already getting picked in mid. Romsky goes down.
Romsky got picked.
That's
Spatsu
a
and
big
Parafoxy.
pick for Imperium. They'll push mid regardless.
Pushing in Cat right now. Spatsu gets 1 pick. Does he know Doge is there? He knows.
Whoa!
Did he see Chamber? I don't think he saw Chamber. Chamber's going to be pushing it through tree. Sage is also going to be putting an aid, but Parafoxy sees her and she goes down. 2 versus 4. Oh, great pick on Oreo. Out in mid. Goes back to go out with this team. Oh, Chamber. They grab Spike. 2 versus 2 again. Oh,
That call out's
Sleepy.
getting out. Wow.
That was... But it gives Parafoxy some time to try and go into mid and peek, but it looks like they're going to be going through B garage. Sleepy has given the mark down. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, it's
There you go.
Sleepy! There's the clutch we were looking for! 13 HP! Wow! The Ares, even though there is a smoke there, always fire. You never know what you're going to get. And that is the true proof of that.
Maybe she
That
has like a
was
clutch cheat.
brilliant.
There you go.
Now that smoke kind of messed Guave up just a little bit, I think. 'Cause he had to push his own smoke to be able to find out where Sleepy had moved to.
Spatsu really showing up
Great
in these
clutch.
last 3 rounds, by the way.
That
getting
dude
some
really
important kills.
is. I think at first it was a little bit
You want to
too
play?
aggressive,
Let's
not
play.
playing off of his teammates well, but now it seems like he's playing off of his teammates much better.
What were you saying about that economy, Darius? For
So-
Void?
Basically, when they won their first round, right, they bought next, which was hard because if they lost that round, they wouldn't have enough to buy full Vandals and Phantoms next round.
Right.
So that was a risk that they were taking, but I like that they did it because they won that round and now they have a full buy. Now it is basically a full buy, except for Chamber, because Chamber's using his ult. Now this is going to be interesting. Chamber with his ult is going to be pushing tree. Let's see if he can get this pick.
That's a huge scan right there. Romsky is stuck. Mid teleport goes down by
We're going to be
Kobe.
pushing Sleepy right now into mid. Sleepy completely blinded off. Gets picked by Jacoby. And now they're pushing Parafoxy by himself. And misses the shot. Parafoxy floats back. About to get peeked. Gets peeked by Jacoby. And there he goes.
Not much you can do there. Very, very strong push by Imperium into Marco. Once they got Rom down, able to blind off Sleepy, and that's literally just freeway into sight. And there's no chance at all for Parafox to even, with an op to try and get everybody that's coming his way. That's just free win there for Imperium in that scenario.
Because they keep smoking off Cat, if they want to op, I think they should be opping more in main mid versus in Cat, because it's been smoked up every round, and I think that's what's hurting Void for trying to get mid control. Wow, Sleepy got a pick. Is gonna go in for the wall. Walls it off. Wall's already going down. Romsky going in for the logs play. Let's see if he can get a pick or two.
And
really?
Imperium wall stayed near the wall.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Sova has not rotated yet. He knows that Reyna has mid control. Great pick off of Sleepy.
She needs to
Gets
heal,
blinded off. Romsky probably shouldn't have peeked there when he was safely in logs. Gets a great pick. Oh my god, Sleepy, 4 HP.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Now we got Spatsu.
Last player standing.
Wow, Ember going in for the res. Now it's 3 versus 1. Spatsu. And misses the deagle shots. Those were some great plays right there. I am very surprised though. Again, why Oreo didn't rotate to B, I have no clue. He had his Reyna up in mid, so they would have known if they were rotating to A. But, I'm going to give commendments to them, because the plays right now that Imperium is playing, it's very hard to figure out where they're actually going to be going. They're changing it up every single play. Okay, so they're all hiding right now.
One's caught.
Ember, they see him. Spatsu goes up close. Oh, gets some amazing picks there, but Oreo does miss most of his ult.
Again, Spatsu is really just hammering down anyone he can find.
This gives Sleepy and Parafoxy now time to be able to go and have that crucial flank.
Right.
Now they're completely trapped. Ember and Jacoby completely trapped right here. Let's see if they get Parafoxy. They do get Parafoxy. They smelled and sniffed him out. And Sleepy did not hold mid. She is now going to be holding Cat. Nope. Returning back to B, it seems. We got Romsky. He's going to be holding a mid. Let's see if he can sniff him out. I love Oreo, how he's sitting up in wine right now. This is great. They are going to be pushing an A. They were trying to fake a B. But I think Oreo has that figured
30
out.
30 seconds left.
Jacoby going in slow.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Oreo, great pick.
Scanning ahead.
Recon's out, sees Ember. Ember just going to sit back. 13 seconds. Doesn't have enough time to really plant. Oh, Oreo. Oh, you saw her. You saw her. There! Romsky gets the pick. 3-7. Wow. That was some great stuff. Tim, who's your favorite player right now? Who have you seen do some crazy stuff?
Like, this Jacoby guy kept playing really well if he don't accidentally got picked. I'm kept spectating him like when he alive. So What is his tier? Like diamond or master or something? What
He hit
is it?
immortal, if I'm correct. He hit immortal last.
Is it higher than diamond?
Wow! Some
Yes.
crazy picks from Gwabe right now. Okay.
Nowhere to run.
Sleepy trying to run away. Doesn't know that
Player
they're
standing.
right behind him.
That's a
Gwabe
horrible scenario for
Searching.
Sleepy there.
sniffing for that last kill. Think Oreo might. Is he gonna
Spike
try?
planted.
He is gonna try. Yeah, they hear him going to garage. He's going for it.
Shock dart.
Oh, and gets peeked by
Why don't you get quadruple peeked? Yeah, that's not really
That's
much
what
of a sense
happens
there.
when you're
Last round
giving
before
your
There you go,
when
last
you're
round.
giving your position. Yeah, last round. So this one they need to be using all of their eco. It looks like yeah, there's unfortunately they can barely buy. Void's eco has been messed up since the beginning. So hopefully when they go attack, they can pick up real fast.
Get out of my way!
Sleepy blinded
It's a very
off,
strong
goes
push
into the
here,
wall.
Oh,
See what
man.
Gwave does. Ooh, Gwave already on site.
Sleepy
But
just passed.
Paradoxy
Okay.
just decided, no, I'm gonna outjet you. I'm gonna outjet you. Let's go.
Not gonna work though.
Yukobi and Doge, last two alive.
Last player standing.
Rumsky gets the pick. Oh!
Knife him!
There we go.
No way you just said
They-
knife him, Kim.
They knew that she was lane. Yet rezzed and then looked onto sight. That was interesting, but you know, you got the res bait there. You found out where they were pushing. Great win. It's a
Nice.
4 and 8. I know they probably didn't want the 9-3 curse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it is. They probably just threw that round to avoid the curse, since we've seen how
Probably.
impactful that ends up being, especially in any of these games that we have at LDGL. And
Yeah.
Didn't you guys played Yetis and had something happen like that on Split, if I remember correctly? Skrilla was casting that game. That was fun. That was a fun game.
That was a fun game. Okay, so looks like about the same buys basically in reverse. So now they have opted for the frenzy, breaking down the wall, trying to push through, but already going to be held. Sleepy holding in the smoke. They were able to get Doge planting already.
Spike planted.
Sleepy, hopefully she heals. She does. See what Yakobi's able to do with this frenzy. It's a 4v4. Anything can happen.
There is
Already
a lot
got the
of
flank
people.
though.
Oh man, it's just
Sleepy
two above,
already
two below.
spotted.
Last player standing.
And down goes Yakobi.
Jacoby had the right idea with that
Wow.
recon to try and find everyone below, but that's just really unfortunate timing as Void players
Really
decide
is.
to peek.
Great push by Void though. They were able to trade off of each other pretty well.
And they're bringing it back.
They are bringing it back. They're like, nah, we're giving you guys a show. All right, so interesting. I hope you see this. So interesting play here. This is super helpful sometimes in pistol round 2 when you lose. They are pushing mid right now. They will be giving up a B site, but now they have an interesting. Oh wait.
What the? Oh, man,
Rumsky
I don't know if you guys saw that.
going
Yeah.
nuts! Rumsky!
Wow.
They're all
what a shot.
in their spawn right now. They're all in their spawn. They're running. Fatu hears them, gets hit, but gives Romsky the perfect marshalling right now.
There you go.
Oh, Romsky going cracked. Was that a 4K by Romsky?
It was
I think
a 4K.
that was a 4K. Wow. Beautifully. Beautiful.
That first Marshall shot was kind of crazy. I don't know if that was a headshot, but oh man, that was.
I don't believe it was because he didn't buy light armor, but oh my god,
gotcha.
that was.
I was like, did any of you see that?
So that play can either go exactly like we just watched, or it can really be cracked. So let's see what happens. Ember is opting to stay in Cat. Okay, they're pushing a hard mid. See what Romsky can do with this bonus. Jacoby deciding to sit back in A, but if this wall comes down, he's going to come across Spatsu. They know they're sitting up in Cat. They're going to be going for an A push.
Relatively quiet here.
Scanning ahead.
Sitting and waiting.
Nobody off the board yet. Less than a minute to
Jacoby
go.
almost gets Spatsu.
Kobe late on that dart shot.
Will be
Oh my
probably
God.
sitting in the smoke. Okay, they are rotating. They are going to B. Let's see if they can tell that they're going to B. Doge, I think, can hear them entering. Oh,
Romsky.
almost gets Romsky.
30 seconds
Wow.
left.
3 versus 5. Romsky does peek CT, gets hurt. Sleepy onto site, planting already. Oh,
Spike planted.
huge flank by Romsky. He can catch them all right now. Romsky going. Oh, but gets twisted around by Doge.
Last player standing.
Jacoby. Great sit right there.
He has the clutch gene.
He does
Don't
have
worry.
the clutch gene. He does
don't
have
worry.
the clutch gene.
One enemy
Woo!
remaining.
Gone.
Don't worry!
Jacoby! Jacoby going nuts! He's like, nah, this is our round.
What did I tell you? This man is absolutely under pressure. He is a god.
He
Jacoby
is
definitely
a
knows how to
crack.
play.
Now, I will say this though, Romsky went huge that round. Going back and forth. He made sure that Imperium did not know where he was going next. That was great plays by Romsky there.
Right.
A little bit brazen, peeking CT like that, and got so damaged. But the fact that he was able to go around and just peek him in CT from behind, that was great. Unfortunately, Doge did fleck on him, but Jacoby, absolutely nutty player. All right, so a little bit of
Revealing
a
area.
push onto B. Already we got Pear Foxy going in for their knives. Wave's gonna be sitting up in garden. Let's see. Oreo's gonna. Interesting. So Cat is walled off. Can't really rotate that well. Gwabe sitting patiently in mid.
Rom making sure there's
Waiting and
nobody.
hoping that Rom
Yeah.
pushes in.
And Rom's really trying to clear out anyone that might be sitting in these corners here. I think
Back to
he's-
pushing into B. Let's see what Oreo's able to do. Oreo gets a back on Doge. Immediately, we got a free B site.
But remember, Sleepy's the one with
but
the
we have Sleepy with the
spike.
bomb.
Yeah, she
And
comes
gets
down.
held off by Ember. Ember going to be
Dangerous
trying to
position.
hold that spike.
Right. And with a bulldog, oh, she may
30
not know that
seconds
it's there.
No, she knows it's there, but now she's got a choice. She's got to either pick A and hopefully they go A, but
Doesn't look like
they
that's
already
gonna be
had
the
B.
case.
They already
Yeah.
had B. She might be going for this Vandal and just saving, but Romsky is just gonna hold that angle right there.
10 seconds.
Oh, he looked away at the wrong time. No, Rom. Oh man.
Wow,
Another
timing.
millisecond, and you would have had that
Timing
pick.
there is
Oh no.
everything.
Oh,
And
gets the
Romsky
flick anyway.
Flicks. 7-9.
Just when we thought it was a
Great
mistake.
match.
How dare you extend the round by 15 seconds more than needed, Romsky? What are you doing? By the way, if you are just joining us, it is 7-9, Imperium versus Void in the Valorant Championship for the Overdrive Season 1 title. We are currently in Game 1. Map chosen by Void, side pick attacker first chosen by Imperium.
Okay, so there is a 3-stack A right now, which is kind of setting up Imperium pretty good. Since they are deciding to push A. We do have some mid. So looks like Spatsu did spot.
Really contemplating whether
Ember.
to rotate or push it.
Ember gonna be seeing Spatsu, but Spatsu as a Vandal.
Interesting that we see Spatsu on Reyna, by the way. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the game. This is usually a Romsky pick, but with him going Darth, it seems to be working out pretty well for Void in this latter half of the game.
Romsky gets picked off by Jacoby! Perfect double peek there. Parafoxy is blinded off, gonna be sitting in that corner. Oh, but Jacoby goes in, trades his teammate. Where do we got Sleepy? We got Sleepy trying to hold mid. Gonna be shown by Gwabe. Gets that pick on Gwabe! Going to go in for the res now. Res is... They're rushing a B. They already know B's open. Jacoby, let's see what Jacoby does here.
Rom making sure that the site is clear for his teammates to push in.
Might hold Jacoby while he... Yeah, he's gonna be going for his ult.
I am the hunter.
Spike planted.
Unfortunately, that ult is meaningless.
Yeah.
Not that much info there. And then the CT just gets walled off. Unfortunate.
Hey, Jacoby's
CP
clutched
did
this before.
a great thing there by making sure that the spike was at a different position. I think that was crucial.
Void's gonna play really safe here too and make sure they don't give Jacoby this clutch again.
Absolutely. They can't with their
It's gonna be late.
well, actually they can with their eco, but
Last player standing.
oh
One enemy remaining.
doesn't have enough time, but was able to take away some guns, but unfortunately their eco is pretty good. Now, they did save that round, Imperium, so that was a great eco on them. They saved and were able to get 4 members off. So, great save by them. I think Jacoby went in clutch.
Kim,
Even though it was a round loss.
Kim, what's your observations here, if you got any?
It's like I'm having a hard time like I want to say like, oh, he's going through the wall, but it's not through the wall. So like I want to cast a game really fast, like there's oh she's making wall, Ember making wall, and oh Jacoby shooting gun, but my English was not good enough, so like
Oreo pick on Gwave. B site free if they're able to. Oh, they're gonna go to A though. Oh, Spatsu, great pick onto Ember.
Kim, we'll give you a review segment.
I think Jacoby and Doge are just going to be sitting mid, but they're going to be full pushing A. Looks like there is going to be a Heaven Peak, so Spatsu and Jacoby are going to be countering.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow!
Shut down.
Now let's see if he's going to be held. Romsky sitting here with an op, hoping that they're going to be peeking tree window.
Revealing area.
This just comes down to Jacoby's game sense, whether he wants to, I think they know there's an op.
Romsky's looking away.
Yeah. What happened when Romsky looked away last time, though? You know.
That is true.
There you go. That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
2 picks for him.
Cleaning it up. It's 9-9 now.
Is the first tie this game, by the way. Imperium's been leading since very beginning of the game, so this is, Void's really bringing it back now. They got their groove.
Alright, now this is when we're gonna start seeing some seriousness. Probably some fast movements already. As you can tell, Imperium, look what they're deciding to do again. They're deciding to, with their eco already, push together as a team through mid.
Cover going out.
Yeah, that's
But, oh wow.
Little
They're just
risky.
getting picked off right now.
remaining.
And there you go. Doge, last man alive. And they're just pushing him. Look at Spatsu. Look at Spatsu just going and go crazy.
I don't think Imperium on these rush plays when they're broke. I'm not sure about that, especially when it's a team like Void with really good aim. It doesn't work out as well as you think.
They forgot, I think, that he had an op.
That too.
So where is the op peaking? Mid.
Right.
So if you're on
Absolutely.
an eco, push A main or B main. Those are the two sites you would want to push if you're going to do a 5-man stack eco push.
And we said that before the game even started about the
Or
op,
just do
too.
shorties and hold corners. That's honestly one of my favorite plays.
Remember Darth, last game he
right.
played, he had some really crazy shotgun kills.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's not in this game, but team could learn something from him.
They're pushing in through tree, which made Ember look away. And Doge, ooh, interesting corner here.
Spike
Yes!
planted.
Doge onto Romsky. But
where he is,
again, Doge and Jacoby.
Oh!
Wow!
Period! You can't... Oh, he didn't miss the shot. He shot the legs. Doge had 30 health now. Spatsu's gonna peek that. There's
Wow,
an op
Doge
below
on
you,
that pick
Jacoby.
on the Ember.
Push for time. 2v2, by the way.
Scanning ahead.
Not impossible. Improbable, though. Especially this time going down.
He knows
go.
he's out. Woo!
Oh!
Jacoby! Get in the clutch. Needs to be held.
I am the
But
hunter.
Oreo.
Oreo.
does have-
Wow. That's a great play by him.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Wonderful use of the ult.
Wow.
Oreo
That
with a fantastic
was
play.
A huge play. And the fact that Jacoby, if he was in 30 health, he would have been able to probably stick that.
Right.
But because they were both dinked so low. Wow. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be an interesting play by Parafoxy here. Let's see what Parafoxy is able to see. Yeah, they're going to be walling Parafoxy up. Trying to get Ember. But it looks like nobody's going to be holding Cat. So he just goes right down. That is an interesting use of the wall.
Makes you think.
Yeah. I love how Romsky
Him's
and
dodging a
Gwabe are
bullet
just
there.
holding each other right now. Woo! Sleepy!
man.
Gets Gwabe.
There you go.
3 mid right now. They will be pushing an A. So Ember will be alone. Now last time she was peeked by Spatsu. Gets peeked again by Spatsu.
That full team's just gonna easily take A and guard it down hard.
3 versus 5. We've seen some crazy stuff. Okay. 3 versus 2.
Him's below you.
Parafoxy sitting in with the op.
Last
Back in main. Wow.
Now you got that one there. Something I've noticed this game that haven't seen in a lot of other previous Void games is Parafox. You know, great opper, loves to use the op. It looks like he's struggling with landing a lot of these shots, though. It seems like a lot of times we're catching him where he's not hitting his shots until it counts at the very end, obviously. But it's just interesting, you know, maybe a little bit of an off day for Parafox, maybe just trying to get into the groove. But give him a little bit of time. Void's got definitely a little bit of wiggle room now. Match point for game 1.
Jacoby sitting in mid. Let's see what he's able to do here. He is getting pushed hard through mid right now. Is he aware of this? That is the true question. Well, he will be. And hard getting peeked. Oh, and able to dink.
Get out of my
Able
way,
to
Will.
dink
Don't
Romsky
you
as well.
light
But
up
they're
my-
pushing in free B site right now. Last 2 left alive. Oh, and Doge missing his shots on Romsky right now. He did not just
What are they
ult him.
doing? What
did
are
not
they
just
doing?
ult
Spike
him.
planted.
What are they doing?
I'm
Doge
not
has
sure.
his ult here. can possibly ult maybe to see where everybody is.
Yeah, not smart there by
Sleepy
Void.
gonna be holding lane. Very interesting choice. Has 2 slow orbs.
Last player
Did not
standing.
stand. Oh, jumped down at the wrong
Game!
time.
Win.
Wow.
Void wins map 1. Congrats.
That was a
All
huge
right.
turnover from
That was.
yeah, from what we saw. I think Imperium was up 7-2 at one point. I think that was one of their probably their largest lead, if I can remember correctly. Void really popping off on the attack though.
Yeah.
And that worked out well for them. Kim, anything you observed throughout the match?
Wow.
Like until the 5 round, like then I felt like Imperium gonna win this game. Like, but like the Romsky guy, like playing so hard after like that rounds and. What is that? Yeah, Void won that round. Won that first game, right?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, I didn't expect like they could make that happen, but
In
like
Valorant, comebacks are huge, Kim. And like exactly what you just said, Romsky, he started popping off. Like
yeah.
he got 31 kills at the end of that game.
Right.
So-
Man who can always hit his shots. But that will do it for game 1. We'll go on to the second map and update you on what that is. It'll be Imperium's pick for map and Void's side pick as we go into game 2. Void up 1-0. One more game away from receiving their title. We'll catch you back right after this intermission.
Back to the sound.
And welcome back, everybody. From this intermission, we are going to go into Game 2 on Haven. So, an interesting first game. A definite turnaround for Void. And it seems that is a very common characteristic here in these championship matches. As Delamore also pulled off a similar thing to... Actually... A lot of the players on this team for Valorant is also on the CSGO team. They took the loss to Delamore, so this is kind of their redemption round against Imperium, who only had one loss this season. Imperium won against Playmob early on, or not early on, but earlier before the championship matches started. They took a win against Playmob to advance to face Void in the finals, and here we are today on Easter Day, on this time of night. So, Darius, any thoughts about what we've seen so far?
Yeah, my thoughts is, Haven, this is Imperium's map. Like, I'm actually very surprised, because this is Void's pick, yes? Void picked this map?
It is Imperium's pick for map.
Okay, good. I was about to say, this is Imperium's map. We are about to see some crazy nutty things. We also have Darth coming in and Ember sitting out this map. So this is going to be interesting because we have Darth, PhD, which is HIM's premium member, Jacoby, Doge, and Gwade. They play every single night together. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to definitely see some different team synergy here. So it is going to be now on Void. They just won. They must be feeling ecstatic, right? You got all that energy, that confidence out. Hopefully, they can keep that with them in Haven. But, again, Haven, this is Imperium's map. They do a lot of trolley plays, and they know a lot of wall banks. So hopefully, their plays do not get inside Void's head. And that's going to be the biggest thing. Void just needs to keep their confidence up, stay focused, and they have this match. So, let's see.
Kim, I know what you did, and I know why you're laughing.
All right,
move back.
They're already naughty. If you want to start this match, they are getting crazy in party chat right now.
Did we ready from Void? I didn't see a ready from Void.
Yeah, there's a ready from Void. Romsky and
You tripping.
Oreo said ready.
What? Where?
Go up.
Go
Where
up?
I said everyone ready, and Jacoby said yes. Oreo said ready. Darth said ready. Romsky said ready.
Oh, you're right. Why'd you guys talk? I was doing stuff, man. Oh, man. Whatever.
You talk too much.
I do not talk too much. I was setting up, man. I got a lot of things to do when it comes to streaming.
Alright, I'm calling this. We already know Mr. Jacoby gonna be doing that Sova. He knows some crazy darts again on this match. We got Doge going in for the Sky. Darth, of course, probably going in for that Omen.
Wonder who Darth is going.
I know, right? We got PhD hovering over Chamber right now. Gwabe, of course, going in with Jet. Now, I haven't seen Void play Haven. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what their playstyle is. So, this is going to be interesting. We got Parafoxy hovering over Reyna. Okay, just selected Reyna. Romsky hovering over Astra. I don't know about that pick. Astra, ever since she got nerfed, she hasn't been as crucial. Now, Omen, Romsky, he should just stick with Omen. He popped off with Omen last match.
Why is Darth not picking? There we go.
Darth
waited.
Remember, he's still waking up.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. Taking his nap. The nap of a
nap
king.
of champions, right?
Yeah, nap of champions, right? By the way, speaking of Darth, he will be subbing in for Ember in this match.
Wait. I did mention that. Look at this. There is going to be a KO pick and a Phoenix. That is interesting right there. KO, there is some great knives that you can do here for Intel. Very interesting pick, though, on the Phoenix. And I haven't seen much of Spatsu, so this will be interesting.
They know
How
what they're
does Spatsu play Phoenix?
I have no doubt in my mind that Void knows exactly what they're doing.
They're
talking
have
it out.
blinds. They both have smokes. They both have some sort of entry. They both have some sort of like intel. Now the one thing is for intel though, for Void, the only thing they really have is KO's knife. Versus Imperium, you have a Sova dart and you have Sky's blinds as intel. So this will, and you have the trips actually with Chamber.
Right.
So I do like the matchup a little bit more on Imperium, but I'm excited to see this Phoenix and KO. I feel like I never get to see them played.
This is a very strong smoke map too, compared to a
Very,
sense, so.
very strong.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so they are going to be doing an A push. We got 5 seconds going in. Jacoby already. I switched to him. He's going in for a lineup already. This man, absolutely cracked. Absolutely insane. Batsu does get picked. It's going to be putting down. We have one flank going in. Wow, Spatsu onto Gwabe already.
First pick of the match.
Parafoxy holding that flank.
They know. Oh!
Spike
Barely
down
gets
A.
away with getting one pick without dying.
Really does. And just keeps holding that rotate.
Darius, I can hear your smile right now.
Yeah, you can, can't you? Woo! Woo! PhD, just like, nah. I'm gonna get you with the headshot. Oh, man. Honestly, in my opinion, yeah, they should go A.
Void with, like, the greatest defensive setup. They just, like, immediately stopped the push in A, turned Imperium back around.
Jacoby with the frenzy again. All right, so already a huge rotate. We got Spatsu going in for the orb. And Chamber picks up Romsky, and they now know he's flank because and another flank trap. This is why Chamber is so crucial sometimes.
Right.
Oreo gets a pick on Chamber,
Player standing.
and even though they knew he was flank, they weren't looking.
One enemy remaining.
What?
Jacoby
One by
clutch
one.
team. Watch out. Gets the
Was
shot
able
down
to get
before
one shot
the
dart
knife.
on.
Yeah. Trying to outrun him. Oh,
Oh, wow. Great knife on Oreo. Now that confused me though. 2 traps went off and they were not looking flank.
Right. Yeah, that was a huge mistake on Imperium. It's like they got that intel and still didn't even react to it. They're just like I'm kind of worrying about something else right now, and it's just that really came to backfire. And Void with their Void with coming on the first round of this second game.
I guess they're just a defense heavy on this map. We're gonna see pistol rounds are always weird rounds. All right, what's going on with Darth here? Going in. Oh, shorty play. All right, shorty play.
Darius,
No,
I would
he's
like
away.
you.
He's looking away.
Oh man.
He's running after him.
Oh,
And he gets the pick.
barely got it though.
7.
Last player standing.
Oh, sleepy. Sleepy. Heal. Yes. They're
Go,
looking for
Guabi.
Gwabe.
Make me work.
They're looking for
Make me
Gwabe.
work.
Woo!
Oh yeah, Guabi, let's go.
Bobby.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, now Darius,
Nice
here's
movement.
what I want to hear from you, because when
What's
you
up?
faced Imperium, you guys were on this map. This is the map that went to quintuple overtime, by the way.
Yeah, with only 4 players.
Right.
Since round
so-
4. Yeah, that was a fun match.
So 2 things I want to say. 1,
Yeah.
shotgun. 2, Odin.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Darth loves
It got in
to
our
use this
heads.
stuff.
That's what I was talking about in the beginning. And here you go. Immediately an Omen pick by Darth.
There you go.
Yeah, and this just gets in your head. Now the best thing for Void to do is literally just stand back in the beginning of plays, because this is all that's going to happen. It's going to be just a lot of Odin. Spatsu, great Bulldog pick onto Gwabe. He's going to swap that out. He's going to get the Vandal. Leave the Odin. Interesting choice, but kind of must needed when you're a 4v5.
Void knowing their side pick for
doing
this
some
map.
great holds here. Pushing up and just making sure to maintain A. And that rotation doesn't... Oh, wow. Romsky, great on Doge.
There you go.
Sleepy?
Spike down. A.
Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Almost gets Darth. Tells him, hey, he's in there. He's in fucking window. Get him. Wow. This is interesting. Okay. Imperium's having an off day. The day of the championships to have an off day. This is interesting. This is interesting. Their synergy seems off. I'm not gonna lie. They're not telling each other where everybody is. This, you can obviously tell with the round one, not telling each other, hey, flank, look at flank. But
Give them no ground.
To be honest, I actually think that it's more about Void being really good about the defense than it is Imperium messing up. Now,
you got
Imperium
some
is...
great defense here.
Right, they are making some
Fairfox,
mistakes.
Oreo,
Spike down mid.
ow, just sweeping it up.
Sorry. Come on, Hims.
Ah, PhD wasn't able to get that and wrap it up, but that was an eco. So 4-0.
Void's picking a very good time each round to get aggressive on defense.
Yes.
And once
Now-
they get that first pick, they all start pushing towards their spawn, and it just works out in those gunfights, and Void's getting the
I
advantage.
will say this. That is exactly, they're playing exactly like Imperium usually plays in defense.
Right.
This will be interesting to see how they can counter their own defense, because that's what Imperium is standing up against right now. Their own defense style. Rocky with that whooping! I don't know if you saw that, but I saw that on my screen.
I
that
did
was
too.
absolutely nasty. Let's see if he
Bound
can
to
pick
happen
up
once. There goes Darth with the Odin.
Oh,
and
Darth with the Odin gets picked off. And Romsky going absolutely
One enemy
nutty. Doge, last one alive, gets a pick on Spatsu. Oh, the sprays. Romsky,
Yikes.
yes! 4K, if I believe
Yes,
so,
it
yeah.
is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4K. Absolutely correct.
You know the Roman numeral appears right next to their name in the kill feed, with how many kills they got, right, Darius?
What? Where?
In the kill feed, it tells you how many kills
I have
they've
that
gotten.
off.
You have that off.
No.
Yeah.
Like the Roman numerals, because I don't see that.
You don't see that?
No.
All right.
I'll take a look at it afterwards, though.
Yeah, when somebody gets a multi-kill and it's like right next to the character icon.
Yeah. I'm
Have you
gonna
never? You seriously have never seen that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Just being tired.
I haven't seen it for a while. What in the world? Okay, well we just there
Yeah,
goes
we're
there goes a
watching-
riot glitch.
Some weird stuff going on right now. Okay. Darth already in. Ooh, with the judge. Oh,
Oh, he's gonna die from the grenade. Oh, that was unfortunate for Darth. He couldn't get a way out without taking the fight. Man, all right. Well,
PK for Oreo. Okay, I see the Roman numerals now. Oh,
I have.
Darth.
Yeah, Darth was caught in a very unfortunate scenario right there with the grenade. He was gonna try and get out of it until Oreo
Why you run into
walked
your
in.
own Molly?
Right.
No, that is
Well,
honestly a big brain.
Yeah,
It would.
you're right about that. It does make you think, why did Oreo just walk right into his own grenade? And it worked out really well for him,
Well,
but
it
it's just like,
also-
huh?
Remember, you have to think about, like, it doesn't affect, like, the damage isn't as big. Oreo deciding to ult here. Great choice. Is going to blind.
Oh!
Darth is going to be
Gets a
going
collateral.
in for... Ooh, okay.
There you
Big
go,
brain.
Doge. From the flank! Here's Parafox. Going through the smoke. Oh, misses the spray
Great
twice.
intel that Oreo's able to give, though.
Player standing.
There you go.
Oh, Parafoxy, last man alive. Can he do it with his ult? Let's see. Is blinded.
Kind of impossible at this point.
Nah.
One
Oh,
way
there's the
setup.
one way.
Eesh.
Of course, there's the one way. We about to. Yep.
Oh, he got it anyway.
Way! No way! 34 health. No, no, no! Woo!
Not gonna
Timing!
miss that.
Doge had his burnout. How he survived that, I have no clue. Oh my god.
Parafox actually got really close to
First
killing the
win,
planner
though,
right there.
6-1. Okay, Imperium
Right.
saying, okay, we're back. What was
As Dare suffocates from maroon laughter. I'll repeat what she said. It is 6-1.
Here.
If you are joining us right now, by the way, Imperium versus Void Championship match for Valorant Season 1 Overdrive. Void did take the previous map, and they need this one to get the title.
Great blind onto Sleepy. Wall goes down. Lineup goes through. Spatsu doing a huge flank right now, but Darth is coming up for the flank hold.
Great pick by Romsky.
Parafoxy going in for the flank as well. They're about to do so many flanks. Huge flank right now.
There
Do
you
they
go.
know?
Spike
Do they know that they're all flank? That
This
is
was
the
what
question.
killed them. Right, this is what killed them last
This
time.
is-
Darth got it.
Spatsu, last man alive. Can he get it?
There you go.
No, and PhD gets the clutch. Wow. Wow.
Is that PhD? I guess it is.
Wow.
Didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it is PhD.
There you go. So,
I had to put a note on his name because he changes his name every goddamn
Right.
60 days. I
so
swear.
I've seen them have hymns before. I think it was last match against you guys. So Imperium kind of figuring it out a little bit as their site takes get slightly stronger than before, getting these picks that Void has been killing them off in these early rounds with. So you just got to keep up this momentum.
Now, Imperium needs to get 4 here. They need
As I was
4
saying.
before halftime. Spatsu. Oh, gets the pick onto Wave. Transfers. Oh, and the trade's going in. Wow. Romsky.
One enemy remaining.
They got numbers.
Parafox, last one alive. And with the
Spike
off.
planted.
I would save that up and get away. You're up 6-2. No reason to take this
Yeah.
gunfight. Keep the econ, especially losing 2
And
rounds in a
he's
row. He's gonna go
pushing.
for it. Right.
What the?
Yeah, that's too risky. Para, I would just get the hell
Para,
out of there.
just run. Run,
Maybe
Para.
and you know what? Maybe try and get a pick.
Run, Para.
And never mind. Recon dart. Jacoby knows where to place that stuff.
Darth trying to do a wall bang. Darth
You gotta
almost
hit.
hitting the wall bang.
Wow.
Wow.
Hang on. No, he's Jacoby. Jacoby, no! No, no.
Oh,
Oh.
I can't. Oh my god. Okay, that's where the op comes in. And that's just
you
that's
should've
the
just
barrel,
had his
dude.
knife
Oh
out.
man.
Oh.
I'm sure Parafox was thinking maybe I should have just ran to C instead of trying to
I
horn
hope,
angle that.
please, somebody clip that.
Oh god.
Somebody clip that. I want to, because I was viewing somebody else. I want to make sure. How long was he staring at Romsky?
A good probably 10 seconds or so. I think he was waiting until the last second, but I saw when Jacoby was doing that, so.
Parafoxy leaving C, going to go back, put in a blind. Doesn't know that he's above him though.
Gwade with the
Wade
plays.
Did some great placement there. Does he know? Coming out from garage, able to
Get some
protect.
verticality on the play.
Wow. Great trades coming in.
Jacoby's
Now-
got the flank down. There you go.
You
Perfect,
do have
Imperium.
a res. There is a res
Scanning ahead.
from
Okay,
who is
well,
it?
maybe
Sleepy.
the dart wasn't the play.
But Sleepy now, very injured. Basically one tap. Does give him the heal though. Oh, Sleepy healing up. Does have a res. This could be absolutely crucial here. But I don't think
too
there's
late.
anybody that could actually be close enough for that res. And
Right.
Darth is just sitting with his, oh my god, Darth.
Right,
You
one
and
way.
your one
Yeah.
ways, man.
Sleepy, just get out of there.
Sleepy,
Yep.
yeah, just save. Their eco's gonna hurt after this. They have to go on to a save after this.
Imperium's definitely getting their mojo back, though. We can see it in the process.
Absolutely. Honestly, it's because Darth started opening. No, I'm just joking. I think they're starting to feel it again. They're starting to feel their plays again. So, and look what I said. They needed 4. They got 4. It's great. This is a great spot for attacking. Absolutely crucial. All right, so they are going for a C pick again. They were like, yo, this is easy. And you got a 4. Oh, no. Worst time to 4-stack a site. Leaving poor Parafoxy all by themselves. But they do get a pick. And Jacoby, but gets picked off. And we have Darth now ulting onto backside, has sight for them. They are all going to be going through garage. Let's see if Darth knows that they are all going through garage. Gets picked off. We got Sleepy trying to go in through garage window. And we got Oreo coming in from the flank. Did tap. Jacoby gets Spatsu. Oreo getting Jacoby right back.
This might be a good time for revive. She can find a body. Never mind.
One enemy remaining.
1 versus 2.
When did that turn around? I didn't even see.
Wow!
Whoa! All right, so the flank team for Void really.
The flank team.
There you go.
Got it.
I didn't even see them coming up. I thought Imperium had that locked down.
No, Imperium was not locking down C long, and that is their fault.
In the half.
Oh my lord. That was a great play by Void. I was very nervous when I saw a 4-stack A and they were all going C, but it worked for them in the long run. Wow.
I did look at the minimap in the middle of that round, and they did what Imperium did last game and tried to push straight to the spawn and flank from behind, and that's exactly what happened. And that flank team did work that round. So 7-4 Void.
Let's play.
Parafoxy choosing to stay back this round, and I think that's a perfect thing. They're already telling them, hey, and again, sitting on top, Spatsu just gets annihilated there. All right, Romsky choosing to TP in CT so he can get a little closer, but he still has to wait for his teammates. So that TP was honestly a little bit useless there. He still has to wait, and there goes Jacoby's ult. And Oreo gets picked. 70 health. They need to move together as a team. They get... Oreo gets Darth. He gets downed. Gwade gets another pick. Wow. Oh, man. Now that's difficult. With where he was down, there was no possibility of getting him up. That was great by Jacoby there. Jacoby did some absolutely great plays that was able to get them on site. Oreo, though, he is a nutty KO. I did not realize this. Pretty swell there, but should have been a faster rotate. Overall, we got some great competition here between these two teams.
Absolutely.
Kim,
And
what you thinking?
Oh yeah, Kim.
He hasn't spoken in
I forgot you were even here for a second. Oh man.
Good job.
I mean,
any
keep
thoughts?
waiting for Clutch to shout Clutch, but you don't like there was like so
No
many
clutches.
Clutch at last game, but like literally no Clutch at 12 round. Is it serious?
You're gonna see some clutches here soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. So signs of switch, by the way.
Yep,
So
signs of switch.
Void will start the attack.
Jacoby gonna be seeing Spatsu. Does see Spatsu.
Oh man.
Runs back.
Wait, what a shot.
But already it is planted onto C.
Hims with a bullet.
Spatsu taking a long while to get back, but will return. Sleepy, some great slow orbs, but gets tapped by Chamber. 2 left alive. They're both C long. Can Darth get Spatsu? Darth is going to be pushing Spatsu. Oh, but misses. But the
will pick it up.
Chamber gets him right back. only one death, and that was Darth. Wow.
And here comes the defense.
Wow. Yeah, here comes that defense, man.
So last match we saw Imperium. Yeah, Imperium had a demanding lead at the very beginning of the game, and now in this game Void did, and they both ended up around like what's the word I'm looking for? Tying it up similarly at halftime, and yeah, we're seeing literally the same pattern but in reverse here. So it's anybody's game though.
All right, let's see what Parafoxy can pull off with this shorty. I want to see some good shorty plays.
Oh no!
No!
Yes, Darth!
Oh,
Yes!
Darth with the shotgun.
Man, that kid is crazy with the shotguns, man. Especially on this map. Sleepy's gonna have the same idea though. There you go.
He gets him back. He's like, nah, shorty.
Taste of your own medicine.
You have Gwabe holding that great rotation.
Player standing.
Oh man,
Spike down.
and yeah, he does.
Oh,
and their spawn too. Look at this.
Wow, Doge gonna be able to
bullets.
hold him. But
There you go.
Oreo getting that tap. Goes in for the sheriff, but is 28 health. Everybody else is full health. So this is gonna be difficult.
Maybe. We know Jacoby has it. We
Right.
know Rom has it.
May or may not get a plant.
Too risky.
Wow. That was
Tie
see what I told
game.
you with the shotguns. Both of us, we knew this was gonna happen. Shotguns.
Wait, so
coming out.
hold up. Did last game it tied up at 7 as well? I'm pretty sure if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
we're literally
wait.
seeing the mirror of the last game.
Wait. No. They tied up at 9, I believe.
Did they?
9. Yeah, 9. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We can take a look back at it again.
Chat, if you have the answer, we'll see it in 3 minutes.
Yeah, right. All right, I want to see what Gwabe got here with this op.
One way is.
Unfortunately, I don't think anybody's going to be peeking him. Oh, we might have a peek from KO. Oh, Gwabe. No, Gwabe misses. He's.
This is a standoff and everywhere on the map right now. Darth is cracking me up though. Just with this judge, he is just waiting.
Oh
like,
my
very
God!
sneaky.
He is not.
Oh no, Rom! Wow, Rom predicted that. That is.
He heard him TP. That's why.
Oh, is that what it was?
Hilarious. He should have smoked himself again. Wow.
I'm sure Darth is probably
Pushing
wondering
a
what
mid,
happened.
I believe. Pushing a mid. This is very difficult.
There you
for
go,
Gwabe.
Spatsu.
Gwabe. No! Gwabe!
What in the world did I just watch?
No!
I believe in you. Go up. Oh, never mind.
You almost came in, Kim, with the clutch. The clutch moment.
I'm sorry. 2 of those kills Gwabe just got for free. I don't, man.
I don't understand. I think they were trying to knife him for when, to get back at when Jacoby knifed Parafoxy.
Right.
But
Did not work out at all.
Gwabe
Not
on the
even
top
close.
of the leaderboard right now, followed by Jacoby, and then of course you have the Oreo sitting on top at 16.
Right. Oreo was lacking a bit last game. He's really pulling forward this game.
Wave gonna be holding a tight
Darth.
corner. What the
Marshall
hell
shot.
was that peak? What
Man.
was that? And his knives are gone.
There you go. Good night. Darth with 2.
Wow. Okay, Darth. Okay, I see
Another
you.
shot. 3. Oh my God.
see
Are we
you.
about to see a late
See you.
game Marshall ace? Excuse me?
If we see
What
a
is
Marshall
this?
Ace, if we see a Marshall Ace, Kim, you need to be screaming. He knows.
I'm ready.
Oreo's not gonna let it happen.
Go Oreo.
No. He needs to get healed by Sky. Why isn't Sky going over to heal him? There we go. There goes the heal. There goes the heal we needed. They're trying to give it to him.
They're just bamboo. They're bamboo.
No.
They're
Oh.
never mind.
No! Oh, gets a little too cocky there. Oreo just sitting there, waiting for Doge, gets that heal.
By the way, I'm
Oh,
Mirage
30
from
seconds
Apex
left.
Legends. Holy shit. Go
Well,
fool them.
2 versus 4. Let's see how they work this. I think they think somebody's in their spawn, but nobody's
That's what happened
there.
last time. I wouldn't blame them for thinking that.
Horror
Yeah.
game. Right, 10 seconds.
left.
They're choosing to sit in their spawn and save, I believe.
Void not going to be able to pull further away this round.
Why does Sleepy think somebody's there?
Because
the knife
Imperium's
came
been
out.
everywhere.
Yeah, but
I
the
would be
knife-
scared
the
too.
Knife came out. The knife came out, and it would have said if they were there. That's just okay.
It is.
You know,
Imperium's got to be one of the most
everybody's
unpredictable
just getting
teams.
a little mind fucked right now. Okay,
Right,
nobody knows
yeah.
what's going on.
Just a little bit.
All right, so 8-8. They're just tying up right now. Again, Imperium needs to win this to bring it to map 3. If Void wins this, they win the championship. So just as a gentle reminder, this is so crucial, this map.
Revealing area.
Getting double peeked long.
Flash. Oh, it did. Darth, are you kidding me? What a shot! Oh, please tell me you saw that.
I
Oh
did not
no.
see that. I was watching
Darth just timed that perfectly. He got flashed and then decided to shoot
Yeah.
at one specific time and got him off of the board in a
Doge
sharp
knows
angle.
Romsky's in there, but they both whiff.
Oh man.
It goes in for the heal. And they will be pushing an A with a late entry from Romsky coming in with their flank.
Well done to push
Sleepy
him
all
off.
alone
Jacoby.
and short though, and there's a
Scanning
one-way.
ahead.
Oh no.
I think Darth
Sleepy
is
should not be
watching
alone
it.
with that. Yep, Sleepy should not be
Yep.
alone with that, with the bomb. Almost gets Darth.
Careful.
Darth and Jacoby need help. Gets Jacoby.
Goes out. Oh,
Runs
it's gonna
away.
slow down Void.
2 versus 4.
30 seconds left.
Darth holding that angle to make sure they can't rotate. I don't think Sleepy is aware of this. Oh, they over-rotated. No. No, 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 no. They over-rotated. They over-rotated. They over-rotated.
10
No.
seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Nah, him's got it.
Fight.
Oh,
PhD just cleaning it up. There's a clutch, Kim. Ish. It's kind of a clutch.
It was.
I'm trying to give you moments.
yeah.
Scream.
Kim's like, I've been looking for clutches this entire game. I assure you that was not one of them.
Yeah, I did perfect clutch. Like even the game said
Last man
clutch.
alive,
Like the
okay.
girl voice. Like yeah.
Okay, last man alive. That's the clutch you want to see. Okay.
Imperium taking their first lead this game, similar to
Woo!
how Void did
Hard.
last game.
Hard garage push. Okay. Hard going in strong with Wave. Romsky trying, but gets down by Gwave. Can Gwave get out?
Oh
there
no,
with
you're
the- Oh,
reloading, Darth!
I
No!
don't think so. Woo! Schultz! Schultz, Gwave!
What did we learn about spraying, Darth?
3 versus 9. Jacoby does have ult.
Squad spike planted.
We'll get healed. Jacoby.
Oreo half health, attempting to keep them off.
Matsu coming in
sight.
with the frenzy though. And you have to be so careful of
Ooh.
him. He's just gonna
What a
come
shot.
right behind him.
One enemy remaining.
What a wallbang! Wow, Oreo!
Oh!
Perfect play by Spatsu. Wow.
Wow!
Opted for a little bit of a sneaky defense route there.
Oreo is
Void.
going nutty. Wow.
Yeah, Oreo's really showing up this game. 19, 8, and 3. 2.0 KD, the only one in the lobby to have such a record. Imperium nearing about the 1.0 mark for each player.
Yeah.
Jacoby, Hims, Gwabe, all leading with 14 kills.
Suppressing.
Distributing the wealth.
Opting to go A long again. Will miss the shots on Parafoxy though. Parafoxy just nails Darth. But
Jacoby.
you have Jacoby trading that with his ult. Okay, so there will be some mid. Oh! And Chamber can't use his ult anymore! Oh, that was a perfect,
There you go, Doge.
perfect ult. Perfect, absolutely
planted.
perfect ult there.
Alright, so an attack from both sides. B plants. We don't see those very often.
Wow,
Gwabe
Wave
gets
onto
pick.
Oreo. Okay,
One down.
There we go.
2 versus 2. This
Make
is
them
doable.
peek. There you go. Make them peek,
This is
Imperium.
doable. Checking for backside.
Sleepy's gonna play
Knows
safe
it.
though.
Oh.
Oh, you look at the
Sleepy,
wrong
look
time.
the way. Look the
No
way.
way you just missed that.
Oh.
Oh, Gwabe. 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 Oh my. Whoa. There you go.
Gwabe!
What a
Gwabe
shot.
is Doge!
Stop that shit.
1 HP! Are you seeing that?
Oh,
Gwabe,
he got.
1 HP
Yeah.
clutch.
Gwabe should have lost that fight with how he missed the point blank. I'm sure he is definitely reflecting on that shot, but didn't matter.
It does not
Imperium.
matter. Doge was there to help him clean it up.
Right.
That's what
And
teammates are for.
That's one of those things where Void, you just gotta not go out and try and challenge people that are trying to get into the site, and that was
Gwabe, I
free.
saw that. He's using an illegal jump. He's using an illegal jump and gets a pick.
Didn't see it illegal.
Yeah, technically that jump is illegal for tournament.
Is it now?
Yeah. If you have jet, you are supposed to get on top of site with your updraft.
Spike down. C.
Consider it clever.
Yeah, we're gonna consider that clever. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we're gonna have some flanks coming in. Gwabe again with these picks. Why are they peeking him?
No.
Parafoxy with the sheriff just holding in that corner.
One
Oh,
enemy remaining.
that's so crucial. Oh,
Wrong
Dark
time to
with
get
the
a
wall
knife.
bang. The wall bang. Oh,
go.
9 to 11. Have we
They're
seen
gonna
Darth?
give
Oh,
Jacoby-
we have seen Darth. He's used his ult at least once.
Yeah, they're gonna give Jacoby some points toward that, since Darth and Gwabe both having their ults ready. So Imperium pulling forward 2 rounds.
Is going nuts right now. He
There you
is
go.
he is picking up. He was 16 and now he's he was like 12 or 13 and then just started racking up kills. So now he's doing some oh no. Look at Darth. Look at Darth right now. You were no. No, don't do this.
They scattered
He
away from
almost
it.
had that. He
Did get-
almost had that.
Did get a little bit of damage.
He damaged.
From the rain and
he
KO,
damaged.
yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I'd say it's worth it. Good trade-off.
It is, yeah. They're going to be holding their flanks. I think they are going to be rotating. It is going to be a hard rotate, I believe. Or maybe not. They're just opting to go down short? What is going on here? Okay. They are going to see Spatsu. Spatsu is going to get dinked. He is not going for this again. He is. Alright, they're just basically feeding. They are feeding him kills right now. What is going on? Chamber with the 3K. Let's see if Chamber can make it into a 4K.
Oh,
No,
Darth.
Darth steals it. He's like, haha, one. Gotta have that one, right?
Match point.
Verticality. Hey, that was important for Darth. He's on the positive side now.
Yes, that is true. Now, if you look at the eco right now, they are hurting. They should have saved last round. It is now match point. Match point. And look at what they're able to buy. 1 Vandal, 2 Vandals,
Two Vandals.
a Bulldog, they're switching it up.
3.
They don't have enough. And of course he's going in, about to get a kill. Almost got a kill there. If the Reyna didn't crouch right when the bullets came in. Oh, Romsky trying to get Jacoby here. Timing on that! Romsky coming in! Oh! Romsky going nuts! Romsky!
Doge last alive.
5 bullets.
5
Spike
bullets.
planted.
5 bullets from Romsky. Let's see if he can get this. That was amazing by Romsky if you watch that. Oh my god. Doge going in slow. He doesn't know where Romsky is. He could be anywhere.
This has got to be scary.
I know, right? Valorant is a horror game. I swear.
Now, you die, you give them a Vandal. If you don't, you can just buy another Vandal though.
Oh
they'll
man,
they'll get one regardless.
Double peeked.
That was
Get double
a huge
peeked.
save round there for Void to get them their weapons they
That
need.
was humongous. Humongous. If they were able to stop Romsky there and his rampage, they would have. Imperium would have won that that round. Okay, so they're still not broke, but there will be some players it looks like hurting if Imperium loses this match.
Round. Yeah, if they lose the match, they're done for.
Great, great pick. Knows one more is long. It's gonna be peeking garage though. It's a great pick there.
Wade's really popping off with the op
Wade
here.
really is. Sleepy opting to go
Spatsy.
mid, but they were just waiting for him. Sees Doge, picks off Doge, knows where Jacoby is.
That's a great ult there by Oreo.
Oh, Wade gets it! Blinded!
This is gonna be risky. Gwabe has definitely got the edge here. This is.
Your duty is not over.
Sleepy going in for the res.
Oh, that was a
Last player
terrific play. All right, 1v1 here, Sleepy, for a game 3. Got it!
Sleepy
Wow.
gets the clutch! Kim, that is a clutch right there! That is
Yes.
a clutch! Woo! 11-12! They are
Right.
about to bring this into overtime. I feel it. Oh my lord. What
Now-
did they do there?
Sleepy with a great play by using the res for a distraction, and it worked to get Gwabe away. Sleepy got off whoever was playing window, and then you know that 1v1 is history. Great play by Sleepy using
Yeah.
using the util there.
Sleepy did some huge plays there. I mean, Doge, Gwabe though, did get some amazing op shots. Like
Once
that
again-
full blind onto KO, that'll go into my books.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Once
So
again,
it looks like
match
it's gonna
point.
be a B push here.
At least they're trying. Darth is taking significant damage.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he doesn't know exactly where everyone is.
Wall about to go in. There goes the ult
Darth's
from Phoenix. He is going to ult away. Never
Darth in the
mind.
back.
Darth does
Killed.
not ult away. Here goes the plant.
spike planted.
Sleepy gets the plant off, runs away, and they're all going to be sitting
Right.
back.
Sit in mid. Perfect.
Sleepy gets
Jacoby
picked off
got
by
a kill.
Jacoby.
Yeah.
4 versus 3.
Here.
They can do
Oh,
this.
Oh, Gwabe. Oh, man.
Wade just going to be holding. Oh, Gwabe.
Oh, that's a huge pick by Oreo. And he's going to play it safe. Romsky in the back corner.
Why won't he double peek?
Got
no!
it.
It goes into overtime. What the hell is going on?
All right, Imperium throwing a 2-lead victory in match point, and we are going to overtime here in game 2. Void now 2 rounds away from their title. Imperium an entire game.
Oh my goodness. Imperium, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I will say, they're doing the same plays that made my team able to go into overtime with them. Because they started getting a little too overconfident with their peaks. And it was just easy to pick them off in mid.
I was about to say, I wonder where I've seen this before.
Yeah, this is the same stuff that's going on. Hopefully Imperium can do the same thing they did to my team.
Cover going up.
And win those overtimes. But Void, they're doing some crazy stuff already. Look at this. Romsky pushing in through mid. Huge mid control. About to already get into window. Going to catch them off guard.
That's 2 huge picks.
Almost gets Jacoby. Loose.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my
Safer. I'm
goodness.
sleepy with 2 kills.
A.
We missed that. Jacoby,
Oh.
clutch gene. Doesn't work this time.
Wow, Sleepy, that was huge.
Match point.
That
Void.
was huge.
Switching sides. Match
Void has
point.
such a strong defense on this map. It is
Oh
absolutely
my
insane.
gosh.
We're requesting a pause here as we
Pause requested.
yeah.
All right.
So we'll give starting at the 10-minute mark. We'll stop at 59 if they need more.
Wow.
Got the pause from Oreo,
They gotta
team captain of Void.
They gotta think about everything. Figure out where they're going next. Wow. Jesus. This game has been insane.
Should probably notify them.
Notify who?
To Imperium so that they know why they know why we stopped the timer.
Yeah.
Doge with the Mets joke. Kim, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your voice. Not like
Why?
that. Because we haven't heard from you in a while. There have been no clutches, but we are now match point for Void. If they win this round, they win the championship. And remember how big Valorant is so far in Season 1 with how many teams we have. This is a massive win for Void if they're able to pick it off. So
Now, remember, Mahi, before you start the timer again, please give them like a 30-second notice, because you didn't do that for my team, and we almost
yeah.
Okay.
Mistakes,
Just making
mistakes,
sure.
mistakes were made.
Yes, but you learn from the mistakes.
I should just make him time in. That's the tradition anyway. It is really hot in my room. It is 82 degrees, by the way, in my room right now. I am.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem. I have my sweatshirt on, and it's super hot in here. Oh man.
Ooh. Now this
So,
is the
let's
one
get-
and only time I wish like the spectators could like be in a character and just run around with everybody during a timeout, you know? See what I mean? Never mind.
What am I just heard? Like, what the fuck did you say there? Like, what?
You know? Like us, we can just like be in a character real fast and just like run around while everybody's in timeout, you know?
And do some interviews like, how can you deal with this boring time?
I know, right? Interview time. How do you feel right now? How long have you felt that way? This becomes a therapy appointment. All right, everybody, calm down.
Right, I do want,
refocus,
but I do want to
mind.
point out, like, anticipation-wise, this is
Oreo City's ready.
this is the biggest part of the season. So here we go. We are both teams
All
ready.
right,
Let's.
so you're saying 30 seconds? Oh, never mind.
They said ready.
Match timer off.
There we go.
All right.
What are you doing?
All right, Gwen.
Guy, this is the biggest time this season has seen, by the way. Overtime
Wow, they're
match
already
point.
on guard. They're pushing a hard mid. Oh my lord. Oh my
God.
lord, have mercy. Easy B site right there. Easy. Easy.
Oh, you can't lose those gunfights.
Oh my god. 3 versus 4. Oh my god. Evsky going absolutely nutty.
Perfect.
Oh, 3 versus 2.
Hands are shaking. We can see it. Oh man, this is going to be very difficult for Imperium though.
So hard. They have
Great
easy.
picks there.
And they're doing the same thing. They're doing Oreo and Parafox here doing a cross right now, and it's working for them.
Last player standing.
Oh, Parafox got
Enemy
it.
remaining.
This is it. 1v1, Jacoby. Trying to find
Jacoby,
Sleepy. Got it! Unreal!
Oh, clutch! Finally!
Wait, is he gonna have time?
He has
He did! Oh my god! What a clutch by Imperium! Unbelievable! Oh my god! After we saw a terrific play from Void going in and pushing mid, 2 picks early on in the retake.
God.
It doesn't get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. LDGL Gaming.
13-13, second overtime. Let's get it.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. I even forgot to pull up the scoreboard. Holy!
Wow.
Back to a 2-point
So
game.
they need to do a hard attack here. They keep getting messed up by Oreo here. Batsu,
pushes
no
A this
start
time.
this here.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh,
just picks
wrong.
off dart. Gwade
go,
going
Gwade.
nutty.
Last player standing.
Romsky.
Spike down A.
Jacoby clutch team gets caught from behind.
Had to get Jacoby back.
Void,
Sleepy
back
had to
up.
get Jacoby back.
Alright, take 2!
Oh man, Imperium would have had that if they had taken site a lot faster and aggressive. Honestly, they knew their A wasn't working. I don't know why they kept pushing A. Whenever they did attack, they won on C site. I don't know why they kept pushing A, but that was a great try by them. It looks like Void understands that they won every single time they went to C. And they are pushing C. Hard push.
Darth with the spray down in garage.
Woo! Taps Romsky.
Yep.
Wow. 4 health.
4v4 on the board.
Batsu,
Holding
really
corners.
long flank from Doge is taking way too long to rotate over.
Oh no.
And they're just getting picked off.
Gwade with 4 health.
Knows
Gonna get
Romsky
heals.
is there.
Spatsu
Batsu
behind.
coming in from garage.
Watch your
No, he's
back.
back here.
Got him! Gwabe! Terrific play there. Sleepy gets 2, and that's gonna do it!
4K!
Void!
4K from Sleepy. That is a clutch.
There you go. Void is your Season 1 Overdrive Valorant champions, ladies and gentlemen. What a
Wow.
game. Imperium with such a fight back. This will be their 2nd loss this season. Void, an outstanding game to bring it back from the first, taking control in the second, losing it a bit, and getting their grip on the third. Congratulations to Void, and what an incredible seasonal run for Imperium. This has been such an exciting series to watch throughout these months, and it finally comes to a conclusion. Void,
Wow.
your Season 1 champions. Alright, that will conclude the game. 15-13, the final of the second match. We're going to go into postgame and hear from the players and see what they thought about this game. Before we do, we're going to close out with Darius. Thoughts? Thoughts. Go ahead and lay it on me.
Okay. I mean, I'm just excited about the interview. I know we're going to go on a little break before we bring some of the members on. But wow, honestly, both of those games astonished me. I knew Ascent is a little bit not the strong suit of Imperium, but more of the Void, so I can see why Void did so well. I was very astonished how both maps were basically a complete reversal, almost. And Imperium and Void going into second overtime and Void able to prevail after that really shows. And Sleepy stepped up. She was playing some really good defense plays, getting some great holds, holding A on defense, so crucial. Getting that 1-3K when Imperium was trying to rush A after a rotation, and then finishing it off with the 4K for the win. You gotta shout that out there. My mind is a little bit boggled. I will say I thought Imperium had the lead for this. Haven is their strong map, but I think what just happened was they were a little frazzled from the loss previously, and it got in their head, I believe. So
There you go.
Congrats on Void. I'm excited. My team, I know we're excited against playing against you. It's been a while since we've played against you. Can't wait to see. It looks like you guys have grown as a team, gotten way better. So I'm excited for season
And to
2.
hear from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim, final
Uh-huh.
thoughts? Final thoughts? Before we go into intermission. Intermission, sorry.
Oh
And
yeah, we are we can learn from this game. Like Romsky was a Superman because he went to move a truck.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to head into intermission, get some word from the players. We'll catch you back right after this break.
You're breaking it down, it falls to the ground. 'Cause I have lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out. Like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now. also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the LDGL postgame. Tonight, a championship match that goes in favor of Void Club. They will take their first title along with Delamore last week. An exciting, really exciting match at the end. Oh my God, I can't recall many times that I've been actually screaming on stream. At all during these playoffs, but we're gonna go here. We're gonna go ahead and hear from these players. Unfortunately, Kim is not going to be around for the post game. He is going to bed because Korean time is way different from Eastern time. So we're gonna pull up Darth and Doge, or sorry, I think it's Darth and Gabe. I think that's what he said. Can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Darth
it
and
is
Gabe.
Hello.
Darth and Gabe. Guys.
Hello.
All right. Well, unfortunately, didn't work out in favor of what you all wanted. But a hell of a
No. We
game.
wanted this. This is exactly. It's
Oh,
all
it
part
is.
of our plan. All part of
Oh,
our
it's-
plan.
Oh man! An underdog story in the making. Okay. All right. I'm down for this. Okay.
Tactical.
I'll bite. All right, so walk us through exactly how preparation went. I know I did hop into the voice chat several times in y'all's little private server that I was graciously invited to. Gabo, I know you were in there, so walk us through exactly what you guys did for preparation in this match tonight.
Well, in terms of prep, we generally knew how we all play and I guess synergize with each other, and we knew what maps we wanted and what sides we preferred, so we generally knew, I guess, what we were going for, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, and the first game, right off the bat, it seemed to have been working out strongly in your favor, and you guys got really what you want in that scenario. So, what kind of failed? What broke down and made it hard to recover when Void started getting their round wins?
Map one.
We never really adapted quick enough to what they were doing, I guess. Like they kept like I don't know, they kept like pulling us all across the map, and we always we just lost our fights, and we probably shouldn't have done like fell for the bait, I guess.
Right. So simple mistakes that you guys already know. It's just gonna come with time and adapting to a specific team and how they play. This was unfortunately for you guys one of the most important matches that you would have this season. So, but yeah, it's just mistakes that you recover from. I'm totally on board with that. Darius, you got anything you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to talk about map 1 and then map 2. So map 1, since Gabe, you were there, tell me a little bit about like the mid control, because I know you guys were winning those rounds when you were 5 stacking. You already talked about how your defaults weren't great because you weren't winning the fights. But let's talk a little bit more about like what happened for mid control once you started taking defense. What started happening there? Because that's when Void would just push you guys mid and just you guys would fall back. What happened there?
Yeah, they kept smoking us off, and part of that was also the reason they often won mid the second half was because I wasn't hitting my shots, and Romsky was going crazy. So part of it was that I noticed he would always be the first one out, and he would just kind of like destroy us. So
Yeah, Romsky is absolutely nasty.
yeah, the first half, we were able to take mid control relatively easily, or like without much effort. But the second half, it was a different story.
Yeah, I think they picked off of how you guys were playing pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But again, exactly what Mahi said, simple mistakes, but easily you guys can take this back into season 2, which we're very excited about. Let's talk about map 2. So map 2, obviously, Darth, you came in. How was your sleep during map 1? Huh?
If people keep saying I wasn't sleeping. You know,
Oh, what a twist. Okay.
duty
Wow.
calls sometimes. Believe it or not, I was saving the world. You guys wouldn't be here if I didn't miss that first map.
Oh man. All
Okay,
right.
so let's talk about map 2. So obviously, Haven, that is your map. You guys have always done absolutely phenomenal. I mean, obviously, you guys brought it to second overtime, right? But I noticed that it was almost a reversal, right? In map 1, you guys had the strong lead. But in map 2, Void took the strong lead. So what do you think was happening those first couple rounds? Because I didn't see the typical synergy I see from you guys in those first rounds.
I mean, I think the first half went all right, but all I know about that map is when we switched to attack, they were demolishing us in mid. I think a couple rounds went by, like the first couple rounds, and I feel like they probably caught on, like Romsky was on B. And when they realized that they could just take the fight in mid window and push out Garage and take that fight and win, that's what they kept doing, and they just kept rolling us over mid.
Absolutely.
Their A players would push up, and even if we like fight them A, we lose. Fight them mid, we like I hate it when people say this, but we really were just losing our gunfights.
Right.
Well, I think you guys did phenomenal, though, still in map 2. I mean, you guys brought it to second
Not to
overtime.
discredit them though, because they played really well, and Romsky is correct.
Yeah, we
They're all
saw
correct.
some great plays. I mean, the one favorite one that talking about you, like you had that judge play, and you were able to pick off 2, I
Even
think.
shotguns.
But then Sleepy
I couldn't
slapped
take
you
a- I
right
couldn't-
back with that shorty.
I couldn't take a rifle fight for the life of me. Like I get a 3K with a Marshall and like the judge work, but if it's a rifle, I lose. So
Dude,
I
whatever
just started-
works, man. Whatever works.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, well-
you're the king of adaptation when it comes to.
I mean,
weapons,
we lost, so it didn't work. But
And I
mean,
just
you
have
know.
to say, please go and rewatch that VOD, because the amount of times you almost had a good wall bang was incredible. Like, they were literally on your ping, but you happened to start firing the gun a split second too late, and weren't in the spot anymore. It was hilarious for us.
I did catch you
But-
on a blind though. While you were blinded by Phoenix, and I
Yeah.
caught you actually getting a pick while blinded. So that
See,
was
if
pretty
he
impressive.
hadn't flashed me there, he would have won. That's
Yeah.
how that whole game was for me. if it's a head-on fight,
Right.
I lose.
Welcome to Valorant. Well,
I
once-
also just real quick have to commend Gabe on when KO flashed you in garage and you were able
Yeah.
to get that off kill. I loved that. I screamed. So
right,
good
Gwabe,
job.
yeah, Gwabe, you with the op in those
Yeah, you were
later
nuts.
rounds, absolutely nuts. So I do want to also commemorate, since this is the last match of the season for you guys and all of the Valorant teams. Imperium 13-1 throughout the season, and 14-2, by the way, if you count the playoff games. That is a crazy record, one that we have not seen from any other team in this league. So, guys, for an outstanding performance during the regular season, absolutely unbelievable, and I really got to hand it to you. One of the best teams I've ever seen in their performance from top to bottom.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, well deserved. All right, well, we're gonna let you guys go. Hopefully you get some rest. Darth, I think you need it more than everyone else.
Sleeps for the week.
Oh yeah, all right. All right, well, we'll catch you guys for season 2, actually. So,
Yeah,
thank you guys so much for coming on the post game.
GG's.
All right, that was Imperium,
Imperium.
Gwabe and Darth from Team Imperium. Last time we'll hear from them. We're going to pull up Oreo and Sleepy from the Champions, Team Void. Guys, I got one question for you right off the bat. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
I got the same response from Delaware.
Good easy surprise.
Hey, listen, Imperium, a team that has only lost once, and that was to Hades during the regular season. You guys, I'm pretty sure went 1-1 with Hades during the regular season, if I can remember that correctly. Such a turnaround. I mean, really, just like getting all of the picks that you wanted. Oh my God, the defensive game that you guys had in Haven, unfreaking real. You guys knew every single play that was coming out. It was a little harder to predict what was going to happen with Imperium going out in the first game when they were attacking, but you guys were on top of it in the defensive game so much during the second game. So walk us through exactly what you learned from this match compared to other matches during the season.
I think we just kind of went, like, before we would always kind of go, like, off, like, you know, just kind of like simple, like, logic, like, okay, they went here, then they did this, but then I feel like a lot towards, like, especially towards the second map, we just kind of just went, like, fuck it, I feel like they're gonna go here, or, my bad.
You're all good, dude, we've been saying it all night.
Okay. What was
They
it?
also like being huge rats.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've, like, especially, yeah, like, we just kind of went more reads that, like, this wouldn't make sense, but it would be the smart thing to do if we didn't expect it. And so we just kind of just started going off of that, and it started working. And especially, like, we always kind of had someone always looking out for Gwabe, because I knows that he is their main lurker.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Something we
like
haven't noticed in you guys' perspective. That's interesting to hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we didn't always have someone, like, dedicated there, but we always kind of had, like, someone, like, on the lookout, because we didn't have any flank watch. We had no, like,
Right.
chamber, no KJ, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. It worked
Yeah,
out
it
really
worked
well.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't catch them a lot of times, though, I'll be real.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, just
Can't
just
catch
those
them all, right?
right.
Yeah.
Those early picks though that came out in those defensive rounds, especially in Haven, were huge. I mean, they really set the tone for how each round was going to go, and from what me and Darius were looking at, it looked like that kind of paved the way for you guys just to kind of smooth out a win for each round to come. So that's really all I've got. Darius, see from you.
Yeah, let's first talk about map 1. So map 1, you guys had like a rough start, but that comeback was crucial. Tell me a little bit, what was the big change factor for you guys? Because I think it was 6-1. When did you guys start implementing something to be able to get that comeback?
I think we just kind of it was a mixture of what I've noticed that we did was that we had a big mix of like just offensive, like we had Spats and Romsky constantly pushing mid, constantly putting pressure that way, like they have to watch flanks, they can't just have everyone going one side. And then we had like me and CP, for example, just ratting on either side, just kind of holding the site down. Because like was it Sage and Sova, it's not the hardest to like just push no brain onto that site with those characters pulling it down. And I say that's kind of like the mental that we kind of implemented. We didn't. It was kind of unspoken. Like I'm sure Romsky and Spats didn't realize what they were doing. They just kept pushing mid every round. But the rest of us were just kind of holding on site and just they end up working out. Like no one could get through sites. No one could get the mid control. They kind of just lost. But if we lost in mid control, it was really dodgy. But we always kind of came back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100% saw that straight from your words. Mid control is so crucial in a sense. So, congrats on you for winning map 1, and then going into map 2. I mean, that confidence boost of winning map 1 must have helped you guys so much. I mean, you got such a great lead on Haven. I haven't personally seen you play on Haven, so I was excited to see how you guys would work on defense on that map. And you guys played it phenomenally. I mean, me and Mahi were talking about it nonstop. You guys have a great defense on Haven. Sleepy, I would notice that you would push A long and you would just sit there and wait for that rotate. And you got that 3K that one round. Absolutely amazing. What was going on in your head, though, when you guys started getting to match point and then you went into overtime first and then the second overtime? Tell me a little bit about what you were feeling.
Honestly, we were just kind of thinking like, okay, we were just trying to think out the best strategy. We were like, okay, maybe we should like try not to play on the offensive as much, especially because we were definitely over pushing. But Parrot kind of clutched it up at the end. He was getting picks really easily. But we were kind of thinking like, okay, what's our next map? Like we got to be prepared. But we were definitely we were like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's finish this. We gotta we gotta do something here.
Right.
And I think it's a really big improvement because our first ever game on Haven was kind of a disaster.
Yeah, that was against
really?
We've definitely improved on Haven for sure. It used to be one of our worst maps, I think.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm really proud.
I would not have believed that. You guys played it like you play Haven every day. I mean, the fact that you had Romsky pushing mid on defense and always somebody usually in mid window holding for that rotation. You guys did some great rotation holds. And I saw some great 5-manning just going straight onto a site. Some pretty good holds there. Yeah, I think I don't have any more questions, but if you guys want to say any statements, I mean, I personally love your little 4K for the win there, Sleepy. Tell me a little bit. Just, yeah, it's your time. You're champions. Talk.
Or you want to say anything?
Don't give Kobe a fucking frenzy, man. Oh my god.
Oh man.
I
Okay,
will
that
say
is.
like they're definitely rats. Like like there are the people. Some of the
I
people on
can't
their
say
team
anything. I was
like
too.
yeah, we all were. But their Sova was definitely very insane. I don't remember the name.
Mr. Yakubs.
Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Yeah,
Jacoby is
very
nuts.
insane. It was like crazy going against him. I was like, wow, like how am I supposed to? I don't think I can win a 1v1, and I didn't really win a 1v1 for the most part against him, but it was just really fun. With having a challenge.
Yeah, the second half was especially dodgy. We had Romsky have to go move his car, and then like halfway through.
Oh, is that the timeout? All right.
Yeah, he had to go move his car.
Oh, that is funny.
And then what was it? Spats' nephew just came in and we're just talking to him and like talking about movies and stuff while he's trying to play.
Wow. So
And he didn't
way
mute,
more.
so we were just listening to him. It was funny.
Way more casual than the comms were way more casual than I thought then. Oreo, by the way, you had two very, very different like games in terms of like how well you played, I guess you could say.
I would say that would be due to like my first game. It was definitely a lot more attributed to one, I was kind of just waking up. I got a little bit of practice in, not much, and I was also just on Sova. Sova to me is a lot more of a supporting role, and I wasn't like going for insane plays like I was in KO. KO I can flash out, nade, knife, ult, just run out, get whatever I can. Hold sight like a demon, and it's just like that's just a lot easier to do within Sova. But Sova, I was trying to just dart, drone, whatever I can. Like I know on Haven Ascent, me and Spats would I would push up a main with my drone, and I'd always catch them like lurking, trying to dodge my dart, and then like all 5 of them were there, and Spats would probably get 1 or 2, and then we could dip out, or I'd fight and I'd lose because I couldn't get a gunfight then.
Yeah, and the KO play too. Like that was seemed to be a very good pick for you.
Yes, I'm very in love with KO.
Yeah, I'm starting to like him too.
I was very surprised on that pick, but I'm actually really happy to see KO on Haven. It's actually a potential that I might start using for my comps, because the fact that an A push that Imperium always does and always gets on sites, and the fact that that Molly would just demolish them. The one time where you molly Darth in B garage window, and he was holding it with the shotgun, and you pushed your own molly.
I did not see him. Like during that entire time, I thought he was like outside the window, just sprang into it. I didn't realize I walked right past him. I was so lost.
And it was funny because he was hovering KO too, and he was like, "Who do I pick? Who do I pick? Sova or KO?" And I'm like, "Oh, Sova would be really good for intel and his shock dart." So he just locks in KO, and I'm like, "Man, okay."
It was
great. It was a good choice, though.
Yeah, it really was.
With the Phoenix, we had to go on the offensive.
Oh yeah, it worked. It worked.
Yeah,
That's all I can say. It
worked.
worked really well, and you guys have the title that will go into season 2, and you're gonna be the team to beat now. So,
oh boy.
So embroidered on a hoodie.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, yeah, that reminds me. I gotta start working on merchandise.
Yes, sir.
I'm keeping that way low under the radar. Please don't ask me about that. Anyone who's watching stream right now,
Shameless
please don't.
plug.
I'm gonna DM him every single day.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna bother you.
We got a lot of.
Merch.
There's a lot of plans for season 2 that we have, but I'm not gonna reveal any of that right now. It'll slip out one by one, and you guys will just have to kind of be spoon-fed all the information. But, guys, all I can really say, congratulations, truly, for such a hard-fought season. You guys really, and by the way, another upset, because I bet it feels a lot better now to take the win after taking the loss from Delamore on the CS:GO side of things. But you guys will have your name imprinted on this season 1 title. So. Thank you guys so much for the post game.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Yep.
You too.
You too.
Congratulations, guys.
Absolutely. All right, that was Sleepy and Oreo from Team Void. We heard from both of the captains, Darth and Gabo earlier from Imperium. So we're gonna wrap things up here on this stream. This will be the last Valorant stream of this season. Sorry, I'm talking slow. I'm just kind of trying to multitask, and that's usually what happens. So, 2-0 win here tonight from Void. First time they have ever won against Imperium. Hades being the only team to beat them during the regular season, and Void will get the win where it matters most. Title for them. Delamore won last week in CS:GO against Void, and they have their title. So Void Club and Club Delamore each with a title victory in Season 1. This will not be our last match, though. We are still working on scheduling the Prevail versus Delamore championship in League of Legends, and that will be our final match of Season 1. So make sure not to miss it. We'll have it in the events section of the Discord. Speaking of Discord, ! Discord in the Twitch chat, that'll generate a link for you to join, and you can become part of the community. Stay here and get notified every time there is an upcoming match. We'll also have some Season 2 information coming later on. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Darius, thank you so much for coming on and shoutcasting with me.
Of course.
And we'll catch you guys for some League of Legends action coming up next on our final stream. Make sure to stay alive and stay linked in. Thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry. Good night, everybody. That's my saying.
Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was and become. Everything, all I wanted. Although it feels like heaven, I can't wait